Hello everyone, it is I, Fable, your new best friend. How are you guys doing? I'm tired. I am emotionally trying to figure myself out. Also trying to understand what I should do and what I should say to people, but that's completely fine. Anyway, now it's time for my favorite character, Beachcomber. I know it's kind of weird to, I know it's kind of silly to say because Beachcomber is a Gen 1 character and doesn't really get much love or, spotlight, but he does come out, but he's actually playing a somewhat important role in the Skybound comic. And not gonna lie, his motivation kind of made me love him. Like his whole thing is I don't really know spoilers for the Skybound comics, not really. It's more so he realizes that the war was there was no point in it and he wanted better, and I appreciate him for that, because when you're at war for so long you kind of start seeing, you start not seeing the truth, like you start only seeing what you want to see, and Beachcomber saw the truth and he doesn't want anything to do with it, and I appreciate him for that. So let's learn about him.
Kicking off August with a Patreon-sponsored episode, supporter Consuelo Higdon wanted their favorite character to get the basics
Yay.
treatment. So today, we're looking at Beachcomber.
I love him. I want a toy
The
of
original
him.
Beachcomber toy was released in the second year of the Transformers franchise, 1985. He and his fellow Autobot mini-vehicles from this year were some of the first brand new Transformers toys that hadn't previously been available as part of a Japanese toy line. It's generally thought that they were designed for Takara's Microchange line, but wound up going unproduced until Transformers. Beachcomber transforms into a Chinook fast attack vehicle, which is actually a kind of armed military vehicle used for desert combat. But all Transformers paperwork referred to it only as an ordinary dune buggy,
As a
and
dune
it was
buggy.
clearly with this more peaceful, recreational vehicle in mind that Marvel writer Bob Budiansky approached Beachcomber when he invented his name and personality. Budiansky characterized Beachcomber as a laid-back anti-war geologist
I
who
love
liked
him.
to unwind by taking in the natural beauty of Earth's deserts and
See,
coastlines.
I love him.
Now, this characterization didn't have much room to shine in the stories Budiansky wrote for the Marvel comic book, in which Beachcomber was a member of an underground Autobot resistance cell on Cybertron who came to Earth over the Decepticons' space bridge. But it was a different story in the Generation 1 animated series. Beachcomber joined the cast of the cartoon partway through its second season, albeit with no explanation offered for where he and most of the other new 1985 characters had come from.
Oh dang.
The series took Beachcomber to the peak of his fame. Even today, he's never had a role as significant and as memorable as the one he enjoyed in his showcase episode, The Golden Lagoon. In this adventure, Beachcomber discovered a beautiful
Look at
hidden
him.
glen containing a lagoon of the invincible liquid metal Electrum. Beachcomber did his best to keep the
Aw,
lagoon
look
a
at that
secret in order to
beautiful
protect
boy.
the wildlife of the glen, but ultimately the Autobots and Decepticons discovered its location and coated themselves in the metal to battle one another. The glen was ravaged by their combat, and the final scene of the episode, as Beachcomber sat among the devastation while the other Autobots celebrated, unconscious of the price of their victory, ensured that the Golden Lagoon would be remembered as one of the most poignant and well-regarded episodes of the series.
Damn, dude.
In particular,
Dude, that sucks. Aw, poor boy. That's horrible, man.
the episode's anti-war and environmental themes, drawn from Beachcomber's character profile, coupled with his cool, groovy voice.
Like if you need geology type info, hey, just call on yours truly, Beachcomber. I dig projects that don't require conflict, you know.
I
Based
love
on
his
that
voice.
of classic crooner Bing Crosby and provided by actor Alan Oppenheimer, ensured Beachcomber a pervasive reputation with fans as a hippie, which is a bit of an exaggeration.
That's rude.
After Beachcomber's toy was discontinued in 1987, he stopped appearing in the cartoon, and in the comic he was taken offline following a mauling from Mindwipe. He didn't receive any further toys in the Generation 1 toy line, but his original figure was re-released in a new
should see if there's
green
any
chrome color
toy
scheme
figures
as
I can
part of
buy
the
of Beachcomber. I
Transformers
love him. He's a
Generation
chill
2
dude.
line in 1993. The first new incarnation of Beachcomber wasn't introduced until 2005 in Transformers Energon. A recolor of the Energon Autobot Cliffjumper, this Beachcomber was a jokester who patrolled the coasts off of the Autobots' Ocean City, and still transformed into a beach buggy like the original. He had virtually no presence in media, however. He made only a small cameo in the Energon comic book, and he didn't appear at all in the Energon cartoon, which instead used his color scheme to represent a powered-up form for Cliffjumper himself, rather than a separate character.
At least Cliffjumper got some love.
Transformers animated incarnation of Beachcomber was supposed to appear in the premiere episode of the animated cartoon's third season in 2009. The scene was going to involve Beachcomber stumbling onto the Decepticon spy, Shockwave, and being killed by him. But it was cut for time, and Beachcomber survived to make a crowd scene cameo later in the season. Beachcomber's animated incarnation was to have lent heavily into the perception of the character as a hippie, depicting him as an absolutely
Dude, that's so rude. Just because he's anti-war and actually cares about the environment doesn't make him a hippie. Stop being rude to him, you buttholes. Just yelling into the void now.
Yeah, apparently the animated production staff weren't very fond of Beachcomber.
I hate them.
Other minor incarnations of Beachcomber have included a version from the live-action movie universe, who transforms into a Chinook Desert Patrol vehicle, the real-life modern-day successor of the fast attack vehicle his Generation 1 predecessor turned into. And an evil version from the mirror universe of Shattered Glass, who speaks entirely in song lyrics. Even IDW Publishing's comic books, which have often found new ground to tread with underused classic characters, have done little with Beachcomber, with his most notable role in the comic's early years being an appearance as a mind-controlled pawn of the Insecticon Bombshell, forced to attempt the assassination of his fellow Autobot Blaster. However, following the 2017 release of a brand new Beachcomber toy in the Power of the Primes toy line, the little geologist has begun appearing in the comics pages again, now in a minor recurring role as a prison guard. But proving that for Beachcomber, it always comes back to the Golden Lagoon, an all-gold recolor of that new Power of the Primes toy is set for an exclusive release through Takara's website in late 2018, paying homage to the character's Electrum-coated appearance from his signature episode. Maybe sometime in the future a new Transformers story will come along that will give Beachcomber a new starring role, but for now...
And in fact, they did, which is the Skybound comic that is going on right now. Please guys, read it. Read it if you can. It's so good. Although there are some parts that are very edgy. Starscream. Jesus Christ, Starscream. But yes, guys, please, please, please. We need more Beachcomber. He's a beautiful boy. I love him.
He's always going to be known as the star of one of the Generation 1 cartoon's best remembered episodes. Not exactly a bad legacy, is it?
I love him.
Short and sweet, those are the basics on Beachcomber. Thanks to Consuelo for sponsoring this episode.
I love him. I hope he gets more love and attention in the future, which he kind of has now. He's a good boy. Anyway, I love you all, guys. I'll see you all later. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Check out Chris McFreely. He's a great person. Love you. Talk about Beachcomber. Become the Beachcomber. Seriously, guys, he's a good character. I hate the fact that they keep trying to make him into a hippie. That's just... doesn't make any sense. Bye-bye.